Good morning and welcome to another What I Eat in a Day video. Today, I'm going to show you my 5 fuelings and we are going to make a really great one-pan sheet pan dinner. So come along and join me today. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth and I am living in the light. What that means is I am documenting my weight loss transformation using the Optavia 5-in-1 program. I am not an Optavia independent health coach. I am just a consumer using the program to lose some weight and to change my relationship with food. If you want more information about the Optavia program, my contact information is in the description box below. I'd be happy to point you in the right direction if there are questions that I can't answer. In my What I Eat in a Day videos, I show you my 5 fuelings and my lean and green. So today I am going to start out like I do every morning with a cup of black coffee. I have always had my coffee black, so that's nothing unusual for me. I will have 1 to 2 cups of coffee, and then I will start in on my 40-ounce bottle of water. I drink 3.5, sometimes 4 of these a day. So I'm drinking a gallon of water, and I do it in very specific increments, which I will explain as well. My first fueling today is the Cranberry Honey Nut Granola Bar. It is a packaged fueling, which means there's no preparation for me. And my first fueling of the day is almost always a packaged fueling, typically a bar or one of the dry cereals or one of the cruncher sticks. The cinnamon sugar sticks is one that I typically have. So those 3, they don't require any preparation if I do a bar, a stick, or a cereal, and I like to do that so I can get my brain unfogged in the morning. So I'm going to have fueling number 1. Between fueling number 1 and number 2, I will drink that 40-ounce bottle of water and get a third of the way to my water goal for the day. And I will see you back here for fueling number 2. I'm fresh out of the shower, ready for fueling number 2. It is the creamy peanut butter shake. I always make this in the blender, add a cup of water and a cup of ice, just because I like it super thick. So this is my creamy peanut butter shake. I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna go do a little bit of shopping because I'm going out of town at the end of September to the beach, in the middle of October to Oklahoma for work, and I need pants that actually stay on my hips. That's a good problem. So I'm going to have my shake. I am going to go do some shopping, probably do fueling number 3 on the road, so I'll record that likely in my car, and then I will be back home for fueling number 4. So I am on my way home. I just did some shopping, found a pair of shorts for $1.99. That will be great to take with me to the beach. I found a few other things that will be nice to have. And it is time for fueling number 3. So I pulled into the park so that I could record this. I am going to have the campfire s'mores bar. And I normally don't have 2 prepared fuelings if I can help it during a day. I like to do more of the powdered fuelings. I tend to be a little bit more successful with my weight loss when I do that. But this is necessity. So I am going to go ahead and eat that bar on my way home. And then I will see you back at my house for fueling number 4. Oh, so quickly, fueling number 4. It happened so quickly. I took the creamy garlic smashed potatoes. I basically divided the potatoes in half and I cooked them in my mini dash waffle maker. And I do them for 5 minutes on one side and then I flip them over and I do them for 3 minutes on the other side because I like them to be really crispy. So hopefully you'll try this. I will see you back here when I make our lean and green tonight, which is a sheet pan tandoori chicken. For dinner tonight, I am gonna make the sheet pan tandoori chicken. It is a new recipe on the Optavia app. If you don't have the Optavia app on your phone, you are missing out. You can get all of the product sheets, you can place your order, you can find recipes, you can track your weight and your fuelings. There are all kinds of great features on that app and they're constantly releasing new recipes. And so I just went on the other day to look to see what was new, and I saw this tandoori chicken recipe and I knew I had to try it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to tell you the ingredients that you are going to have in this recipe, and then we will get to cooking. First of all, you need 1.5 pounds of chicken thighs. I think that's what this is. I'm gonna double check the weight on it. And you do have to remember that you want it to be cooked weight. So right now this is a little over 2 pounds, but once I pull off the fat and once it's cooked, it'll be perfect for our lean and green. You need to have 1 cup of reduced fat yogurt. I actually have fat-free plain yogurt. You need 2 tablespoons of a Tandoori Spice. They did not have any, so I went online and I found Rachel Ray's recipe for Tandoori Spice. Made exactly 2 tablespoons, which is what I needed. And I will put the recipe for this mix down below in case you can't find Tandoori Spice. The other 2 ingredients that you need are red peppers and tomatoes. And the recipe says, first of all, that I am going to slice the tomatoes and the peppers, and I need 3 cups of sliced tomatoes and 3 cups of sliced peppers. But honestly, it's easier to do weights than cups. It's really hard to measure vegetables. It's hard to measure solid things in a measuring cup that's designed for liquids. So using that vegetable conversion chart is going to be a huge help to you. So in order to get the right amount of sliced tomatoes, I took the 1/2 cup of raw tomato and I multiplied that times 6, and I came up with 19.2 ounces or 19 ounces of sliced tomatoes. So I'm gonna get those sliced up and get those weighed. I'm gonna call that, it's 1 pound, 2 7/8 of an ounce, but I think that's close enough. Another one is gonna put me over the top. So I'm gonna put these on the baking sheet. And the next thing that I have to do is slice up the red peppers. And red peppers for 1/2 cup, that weighs 2.63 ounces. So if I multiply that times 6 to get the 3 cups that I need to have 15.78 ounces of red peppers. Let me measure this out. I need 2 more ounces. That's not quite, but I'm not going to cut into another pepper just to get like 1/4 of an ounce. So this is the peppers going on the baking sheet. My oven is preheating to 425. I'm going to add in 1 cup of yogurt, and this container has 5.3 ounces. It's a little bit more than 1/2 cup. So I'm not going to do quite this whole thing to get a cup. I could very easily measure this. I'm just going to eyeball it because it's close enough. And then add in my tandoori seasoning. I'm going to mix that all up. And I'm going to coat my chicken with it here in just a minute. But the next thing that I need to do is I need to clean all of the fat off of my chicken. So let me clean up my board and I will be right back. The last thing I'm going to do is trim off some of this fat off the chicken. And you don't have to get it all off. But as much as you can get off easily, I would trim off. I'm gonna just drop it right in there once I get it cleaned off. And then I'm gonna mix this all up really good, get all of the chicken coated with the yogurt and spices. Lots of really good spices in this mixture. Garlic, cumin, coriander, turmeric, cloves, ginger, nutmeg. What else is in there? A little salt, cayenne pepper. And I'm not even getting all of this sauce. I don't know how you would do it all, but I'm gonna get as much as possible. Some of this is gonna drip off onto the vegetables and season those. I'm gonna wash my hands and slide this into the oven, and I'll be right back. This is going in at 425 for 20 minutes. We'll see how it looks in 20 minutes. It might need a little more time than that. It took just a little bit longer than I thought it would. I actually let it cook for about 50 minutes, and I think that the chicken is all done. So I'm gonna go ahead and plate this up and show you what it looks like plated. Chicken thighs are considered a lean, so 5 ounces, and this is one of the smaller thighs that I had on there, and this is right at 5 ounces. And then I have a quarter of the peppers and tomatoes that I had. That probably is about 1.5 cups if I were to try to measure it out. This is the sheet pan tandoori chicken from the Optavia app. I hope that you'll give it a try, and I will see you back here for fueling number 5. Final fueling of the day. I'm going to make the cinnamon cream cheese swirl cake. Normally I do this in my air fryer, but I haven't waffled it in a while, so I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna mix this up and make it into 2 waffles. I'll show you how I do that. The recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of cold water, so that's gonna go into my bowl. And then I'm gonna put in the cake mix. I have my waffle maker already heating up. There's a couple of really good tricks to making sure that your waffles come out well every time. First of all, make sure that your waffle maker is good and hot. So don't just turn it on and try to use it right away. And you know, they say wait until the light turns off, but I not only wait until the light turns off, I wait a couple minutes longer just to make sure that everything is hot. And that way I don't have anything stick, and it comes out perfectly crispy and on the outside and soft on the inside every time. So I've mixed this all up. I'm gonna do 1 little spritz on the bottom and 1 on the top. And then I'm gonna do half of the mixture, roughly. Spread it out just a little bit. Then I'm gonna set my timer for 5 minutes, and then I will cook the other one, and I will be back shortly. Last fueling, finally done. I have 2 nice and crispy cinnamon cream cheese swirl cakes, and they are going to be delicious as my final fueling of the day. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed the lean and green that I made. I hope that you picked up some tips that might be inspirational or informational for you today. And until next time, live in the light.